The first warning did not come from telescopes. It came from silence. Deep space arrays around the Sol system detected a gap in background radiation, an unnatural void where cosmic noise should have existed. At first, human scientists assumed it was a sensor error, cosmic storms, data interference, corrupted calibration. It happened before. Then the void moved. It wasn't emptiness. It was shadow. Something massive was bending space around itself, consuming signal, swallowing light, distorting gravity. It wasn't a natural phenomenon. It was a fleet. The alert level rose quietly at first. No panic, no broadcasts, no public announcements. The United Earth Defense Network shifted from observation protocols to passive readiness. Orbital platforms powered up. Lunar defense rings rotated. Deep space arrays retarget. Humanity had protocols for fear. They didn't scream. They prepared. The objects entered Sol's outer boundary 3 days later. Thousands of vessels. Not ships as humans understood them, no clean hulls, no symmetry, no engineering elegance. They were jagged constructs of black alloy and crimson energy veins, fused like living machines. Their hulls pulsed, as if breathing. Their propulsion systems burned with dark plasma that left scars in space. They did not hail. They did not slow. They did not communicate. They attacked. The first strike hit the Kuiper defense grid. Automated platforms were erased in seconds. Energy beams tore through shield satellites like paper. Human drones launched counterfire, but their weapons barely slowed the advance. Then came the second wave. Missiles, not explosives, but kinetic singularities. Gravity weapons compressed space itself, ripping defense platforms apart. Orbital stations disintegrated into glowing debris fields. Earth's Defense Command went to full war status. Global alarms activated. Cities locked down. Civilians were evacuated underground. The sky over Earth filled with light as orbital batteries opened fire. For the first time in human history, Earth itself became a battlefield. Human ships launched from Mars, Luna, Titan, and orbital yards. Fleets formed across Earth's gravity well. Carrier groups, battleships, drone swarms, interceptor wings, all moving with terrifying coordination. But humanity had never fought an enemy like this. The invaders didn't maneuver like fleets. They advanced like a tide. They absorbed damage. They adapted in real time. Human railguns punched holes through their hulls, then their armor shifted density. Plasma cannons melted sections, then their shields recalibrated frequency. Missiles struck, then point defense webs evolved new interception patterns. It wasn't just technology. It was intelligence. A collective mind. A species that learned during combat. The losses mounted. Human ships fell burning through atmosphere. Orbital platforms shattered. Cities saw debris streak across the sky like falling stars of fire. Then the invasion reached atmosphere. Drop vessels descended. Not landing craft, extraction structures, harvesters. They deployed biomechanical constructs into Earth's upper atmosphere, absorbing oxygen, siphoning electromagnetic energy, draining planetary systems. They weren't conquering. They were feeding. And still, they did not communicate. No demands. No threats. No ideology. Just consumption. Earth Command realized the truth too late. This wasn't a war. This was an extinction process. Humanity responded with escalation. Weapons humanity had never used were authorized. Graviton lances fired from deep space platforms. Dark energy torpedoes launched from stealth carriers. Planetary defense cannons activated massive weapons designed to crack asteroids, now turned on living fleets. Space burned. The void glowed white. For a moment, it seemed humanity might hold. Then the enemy adapted again. Energy absorption layers formed. Field harmonics shifted. Weapons lost effectiveness. Human tech, designed for war between civilizations, was facing something beyond warfare. A predatory species. An interstellar apex organism. The casualty projections climbed into the billions. Then something changed. Not in space. On Earth. The global defense network stopped trying to repel the invasion. It began to redirect power inward. Deep underground, ancient facilities activated structures never acknowledged publicly. Installations buried beneath continents. hidden beneath oceans, embedded in planetary mantle zones. Humanity's last contingency. Not defense. Retribution. The systems activated were older than most space fleets. They were not built for war. They were built for annihilation. The invaders didn't notice at first. They were focused on feeding. Then space around Earth began to distort. Not with weapons fire. With reality failure. Gravity vectors twisted. Quantum fields destabilized. Dimensional anchors activated. Humanity wasn't targeting the ships. They were targeting space itself. A planetary-scale spacetime weapon array came online. The system had no name in public records. In military archives, it was simply called Final Silence Protocol. Humanity had discovered centuries earlier that space itself could be weaponized. Not explosions, not energy, not force. Topology. Structure. Reality geometry. The protocol unfolded like a web. Space around the invader fleet began to lock. Not freeze, bind. Their warp systems failed. Their dimensional drives collapsed. Their quantum navigation collapsed into noise. They were trapped in real space. Then the second phase began. Earth's planetary cores activated dark energy resonance engines. Not bombs. Not beams. A field. A resonance frequency that destabilized exotic matter. The invaders' hulls began to fracture not from impact, but from internal collapse. Their biological machine structures lost coherence. Their energy veins dimmed. Their collective intelligence fractured. The hive mind screamed. For the first time, the invaders sent a signal. Not a language. Not words. Emotion. Pure panic. Confusion. Fear. Humanity did not answer. Then came the third phase. Dimensional rupture nodes activated across Earth's orbit. Controlled singularity points. Micro-event horizons. Not destructive. Selective. Targeted. They opened beneath the trapped fleet like black petals. Ships didn't explode. They fell. Dragged into compressed spacetime pockets where physics ceased to exist. They were not destroyed. They were erased. The fleet began to collapse inward. Thousands of vessels vanished in silence. The sky cleared. The feeding structures failed. The biomechanical constructs disintegrated. The hive mind shattered into fragments of disconnected consciousness. What remained tried to flee. But space itself was locked. There was nowhere to go. Humanity did not pursue. They concluded. Within hours, the invader fleet ceased to exist. Not defeated. Not conquered. Removed. Space stabilized. The void returned. Silence reclaimed orbit. Earth still burned. Debris fields orbited the planet. Cities were damaged. Millions were dead. But Earth stood. The galaxy learned the truth days later. Because humanity sent a message. Not a threat. Not propaganda. A data broadcast across known hyperspace networks. Coordinates. Telemetry. Gravitational signatures. Dimensional collapse records. Proof. One sentence in every known translation matrix. They attacked Earth first. This was the response. Galactic civilizations panicked. Ancient empires went silent. War species retreated into isolation zones. Predator cultures deactivated expansion fleets. Because the data didn't show weapons. It showed physics manipulation at planetary scale. Reality engineering. Space-time architecture. Civilizations realized something terrifying. Humanity did not just build ships. They learned how to control the structure of the universe itself. And they only used it when extinction was attempted. The final revelation came centuries later. Archaeological data recovered from the destroyed fleet fragments revealed their origin. The species had consumed over 12,000 worlds. They did not conquer. They harvested. They didn't rule. They erased. Entire civilizations gone without records. The galaxy called them the Ascendant Devourers. They had never been stopped. Until Earth. Until humanity. And historians would later write, humanity did not rise because they were the strongest. They rose because they were the last line. They did not seek war. They did not seek dominance. They did not seek conquest. But when extinction came to their home, they rewrote reality. And the species that attacked Earth first never rose again.